Hey, welcome. Today, we're digging into a really cool idea bubbling up from the music underground. It's called DropPlay, and it's all about flipping the script on how we think about the future of music.
So let's just get right to the heart of it with this one big question. Is the way we stream music right now actually fair to the people making it? For a whole lot of artists, the answer is a huge, resounding no.
I mean, think about it. The reality for so many musicians today is this never-ending hamster wheel. They're constantly trying to figure out these mysterious algorithms, pushing out more and more content just to get paid fractions, literally fractions of a penny for each stream. It's a system that feels like it's all about volume, not about real connection. And all that frustration, well, it's sparking a real counter-movement. And it's built around this one simple, really defiant idea: no more streaming exploitation. It's a call to just tear down the old model and build something new.
Okay, so first, let's really unpack the problem here. Let's talk about what feels like the broken promise of the streaming age.
Wow, okay, this chart pretty much says it all, doesn't it? That tiny little bar on the left, that's what artists are getting from streaming. In this model, some artists end up handing over as much as 85% of their money to the platforms and all the middlemen. But then look at that giant bar on the right. That's the potential of selling their work directly to the people who actually love it. The difference is it's night and day.
And that massive difference is what's fueling this solution that's taking hold in the underground. It's a direct-to-fan revolution, and it's all about putting the power back where it belongs. So the tool making this happen is called DropPlay, and you can think of it as two things in one, really. For the artist, it's a way to package and sell their music directly, and for the fan, it's a beautiful modern music player that works offline so you can build a collection that you actually, truly own. This right here, this is the core philosophical shift. The old way, the streaming way, is basically like renting music. The artist gets pennies and they're totally at the mercy of some algorithm. The new way, the DropPlay model, is about owning music. The artist earns a real income, and maybe most importantly, they get to build a direct, real connection with their fans. So let's dive into that a little deeper from the artist side. What does this new toolkit actually look like? How does it work? It's really designed to be a super simple 4-step process. First, the artist creates their world. They bundle up their tracks, their artwork, liner notes, the whole shebang. Then they share it. This could be a QR code at a live show, or even a cool little USB stick. That leads directly to step 3, earning actual money and keeping most of it. And finally, they get to grow, using data on local, offline plays to see where their real fans are and build on that connection. So you might be asking, who is this built for? Well, it's for that independent artist. You know the one. They're sick of the streaming game. They want to build something that lasts, to have control over their own work, and to connect with fans in a real way, like right there at the merch table after a killer show. Of course, none of this works if it isn't an amazing experience for the listener too, right? So let's flip the coin and look at this from the fan's point of view. For the fan, the journey is just as easy and rewarding. You discover some amazing new music at a show or from a friend, you scan a code, and bam, the music instantly pops up in this sleek offline player for you to enjoy. From there, you can support that artist directly, and here's the best part: you own it. It's yours, forever. It becomes part of your permanent collection. And this really speaks to a certain kind of music lover, doesn't it? The dedicated fan. The person who gets the difference between renting something and truly owning it. They want their money to go straight to the artists they believe in, and they live for those underground scenes where that real, authentic connection happens. So when you put those two together, the empowered artist and the dedicated fan, you get something that's way more than just a piece of software. You actually start to build an entirely new scene. And in these circles, this idea is catching on fast. It's quickly moving from being a niche concept to becoming the underground standard. It's like a signal that says, hey, our music can and should exist outside the control of the big tech gatekeepers. And look, this isn't just a theory. It's happening for real, right now, in the places where independent music is actually born. We're talking about gritty basement shows, indie festivals, community art spaces, and artist collectives from Berlin to Nairobi to Detroit. It's happening at merch tables all across the globe. Ultimately, the goal here is to create a whole new ecosystem that can sustain itself. It's a loop built on these 5 key pillars you see here: giving artist control, giving fans ownership, ensuring fair pay, fostering direct connection,
and guaranteeing offline access to the music you love. Which leaves us with one last really powerful question to think about. What if we've been looking at the future all wrong? What if music's future isn't about endlessly streaming from some distant cloud, but about sharing something tangible, something valuable and real, directly from one person to another?